Hello, this is our project called Los Compas Paisajismo Landscaping. So, first of all, I'm just going to give a quick introduction of what's our project about. So, in this first sheet, we're just explaining the project points with the rubric points we covered and explaining the prompt. Next one, we got the customer website sheet where we are basically explaining all our products with different images and how much they are, the total price. The next sheet, it's the data sheet where we have a bunch of tables that show the different quantities we got and that help us use our different formulas and calculations. Next one, we got the receipt sheet where we are just using again all our formulas to basically um, hit the goal of the prompt to make different calculations for our company, depending on how many units we bought. And lastly, we got this sheet where we're just showing how each team member contributed, and we're just having like the details of who did each thing.
All right, so I'm going to run you through how we completed the prompt. So the way that this works is the customer is supposed to come here and they can see what the plant or the soil or the rock looks like. They see the price and then they can enter in the amount they want. So these we've been adjusting all the time. If you look at that, that's with ornamental grasses, that'll come and there it is, ornamental grasses, that'll update the receipt as well as the data in the sheet right there. So they can adjust that however they want. Oops. Oh, it did that once. There we go. And they also see part of the total price, not all of it, but they get like a preview of it right here. So you see we have our three types of soil, rocks, and plants. On their receipt that they come to in the end, they're indicated the square footage that they entered in earlier that they got to choose. And they also get to see here the total labor hours, which is the other factor that contributes to the cost. They see part of that price there and they see the total labor hours required to put in all the stuff that they asked for.
Perfect. Then we'll kind of go behind the scenes, what we learned in class and how we incorporated it into this project. So here in this column, we did data validation. They can't do anything but numbers. We have a mathematical formula right there, and we use a sum right here. Here in the data sheet, here we have the graph that we were supposed to use. We have some more drop downs. We have VLOOKUPs right here. If you look right there, that's where we have our VLOOKUPs. Some more functions we have or formulas is we have our maximum, we have our minimum, and we have an if. So if we met our goal, we'll not have failed. And then throughout here we have random data for our past month's sales. Our see a cool function that Grant found was a sum product to help with all the massive amount of data that we had. And then I believe, and then in our website we had more named cells. But
we also put a little bit of conditional formatting here on this column so that not only data validation, so that if they enter in a wrong number, it also shows up as more obviously wrong and they know to correct it.
Perfect. Yeah, this was a fun project. I liked it a lot. Probably the favorite thing I liked the most was the VLOOKUPs. It's really cool just being able to tell it what to look for, especially with the match function.
One favorite thing that I learned was that sum product function, which is basically a dot product. At one point, as you can see here, I manually did the dot product to figure all this out at one point, and then I figured out that you can just use the sum product and was very happy to discover that for this project and future projects.
And my favorite part of the whole project was same, like using different formulas, like kind of experimenting, like what we can do with a lot of information and how to manage and organize a lot of data. So like I'm excited whenever I work on my company projects or like with school projects, like I can do that for organizing data. And my favorite part of this project specifically was the cover sheet. Colton did it, and I think it's like a highlight. I loved it. So depending on how far we were in the project, this like prompt changed. So as you can see, depending on how many points we were like based in the rubric, it changed like with different motivational quotes. So that was really fun, I think. Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.